Yes, it's that time of the week again. Personally, my favourite time, and I'm sure if you're watching this, then it's probably yours too. It's time to pick our fantasy teams for round 2 of the TikTok Women's Six Nations. This week, I feel I have a little more understanding of the women's game from watching all of last weekend's games. Obviously, England seem the on-fire team right now, and I actually wasn't expecting Wales to turn over Ireland away, so even I'm still learning. If you're new here, then please hit that subscribe button to keep involved with our community. We've built up a pretty nice community now, and we're over 1,000 subscribers. So if we can continue that rise and keep helping each other out with some tips, that would just be great. So without further ado, let's get into my team selection for round 2. So to kick off, I've gone straight in with JG Rugby, as I missed out on her last week. I'm so disappointed missing out on 50 points from her, but I'm still hoping she can carry that into the second round. But it will be tough as she is coming up against France, in France. The other prop for Ireland, O'Dea, is also in my team. She scored 18 points last time out in a defeat, and I do expect another defeat here for Ireland. But after all, it's a prop position, and I wanted to get other players in elsewhere. Phillips is my hooker. I've taken Lark Davis out, who will probably now go on and score a hat-trick. But I think Phillips is solid, especially at home in Cardiff. She also scored last time out, so let's hope for another try this weekend. In the second row, I've brought in last week's Woman of the Match in Fal and Sarah Bonner. Now of course, we all know about Fal's performance last week. It was pretty decent, especially for a second row, so she will be key if she scores highly again, as second rows don't actually tend to do that well in fantasy. And Bonner is a safe pick really. I needed some Scottish players in there in case of a rare upset in Cardiff, but she's also a decent player who plays a rugby for Harlequins, so I'm backing her to do very well. In the back row, I've not held back. Poppy Cleo and Marley Packer are in. I'm not missing out on Packer again, I can tell you that. After last week's performance, she's proven to me that she's a double decent player, who has also got the respect of her coach, Simon Middleton, who called her the best player in the Premiership right now. We all know what Cleo can do. She will carry hard and get through a ton load of work, so watching out for another try or two from her. And Ménager is in, who starts at 8 for France. I expect France to win and play well at home, and the number 8 position will be a key factor in winning the game line, and Ménager can definitely offer that. Again, lots of carrying and meters made from her. At halfbacks, I've gone with Orr and Duran. Orr is actually starting at outside centre for Scotland, so I don't actually know why she's a scrum half pick on here, but I thought that it's quite a cool pick, seeing as though my scrum half didn't actually perform too well last week as well. And at fly half, I've kept my faith in Duran. I was thinking about switching to Roland from England, but why change something that isn't broken? I was really impressed with Duran last week, so I'm counting on her again this week to score some decent points. And she's also vice captain for France, so big responsibility, but I'm sure she can handle it. I've gone with a full Welsh pairing in the centres with Lake and Jones. Jones scored almost 80 points last week, after a try and over 100 metres made, so she is straight into my team. And now at home this week as well, I can't see Wales losing this form. Lake scored 33 points, so she was definitely solid, but I feel like she can give Wales good gainline success in the first phase of carrying. So I'm double downing on the Welsh centre partnership here. Fingers crossed it pays off. And much like my back row, my back 3 I've gone all in, with Jazz Joyce, Abby Dow and Emily Boulard. On paper, these 3 are a huge threat, and I'm so excited to see how they get on. Joyce is Wales' star player, so they will want to get her the ball whenever possible, and the Welsh crowd will want this as well. Abby Dow is actually my captain right now for this game week, as she was my best player from last game week as well. She's up against Italy as well, who aren't that bad to be fair, but I do expect England to dominate them. And as for Boulard, I thought she would have started last week, but she came off the bench and scored almost 50 points. So if she was your super sub, huge congrats to you. So I'm really hoping she can do the same starting the game. I'm sure they all will, and as I said, I'm so excited for this back three. On my bench, I've only got room for 2 players again, and that's Conkle for Scotland, who is a ball carrying machine, and if Scotland are to win in Wales, then she'll be so key. And as for my super sub, I've picked Emma Singh, who also scored highly coming off the bench last week. It was actually her debut as well, so what an introduction. England haven't actually named their side yet, but I will update you if Singh isn't on the bench on who I will go for as my super sub. So make sure to turn notifications on to not miss out. So that's the end of today's video. If you did enjoy, then please give it a thumbs up and remember to subscribe to our growing channel. I'm super excited for what the future holds for this channel and so thankful to you all for watching my videos. So good luck to you all for this weekend, and I'll see you in next week's roundup video.